had in the past?
I think that they will see more of the good things that have been happening within the classroom, but I also know that they will be able to say, gee, this is what my child should be learning in science, and can begin to do some support kinds of things. If they're planning trips and those kinds of things, they'll be able to support those pieces, and they don't have to guess or wonder.
So it takes away the mystery for both the children and for the parents.
It takes away the mystery.
And especially for the teachers.
Right.
And the issue of assessments?
The assessment piece is something that we are looking at our practices a lot more, because we've always had teacher-made tests, but we're looking at our district tests. We're developing assessments that go along with the units that we're planning. We're asking ourselves, we're planning differently. We're looking at assessments, and these are the outcomes that we have when we begin to plan the units. This is what's important. These are the essential questions, and these are the outcomes that we want, and we can assess those in many different ways, and we're looking at assessments differently to inform instruction. And I think that as a district, we're doing that as we're looking at the new standards reference exams. We're saying, okay, how does this push us forward?
For third and fifth grade.
For third and fifth grade. But for more than that, because in reality, when we looked at the new standards reference exams at the elementary level, it is given in third grade, but first and second grade teachers have to know.
They have to know where they're going.
Where they're going, and the format, and how instruction needs to be changed, if it needs to be changed at all.
Before we started taping, you were talking about balanced literacy and as a district-wide
I think that we're
year?
looking, balanced literacy, we're talking about offering programs in, or looking at our math and our reading program, saying, how do we balance this out? We have guided reading as part of our program in first and second grade kindergarten, well, first and second grade, and moving on to third grade. But that's not all of the reading program. So we have to have the part where we're doing direct instruction. We have to have the part where children have opportunities for choices. We have to have the part where we're assessing. And the same thing happens in math, looking at all of the components of our programs.
So they're connected, they're not all discrete.
They're not all discrete, they are connected. But we have that responsibility to know where kids are. And I think the balance piece allows us to work in small groups with kids, individually with kids, as well as doing our instruction maybe as a whole class.
Mm-hmm. So I've asked every principal to do what you've done here
Right.
so wonderfully. And part of that is to list what you've achieved this year and what your goals are.
Right,
Every school
exactly.
has that. Can you
Right.
talk for a second about how you develop these?
Well, the school level performance are county objectives, and usually we work with our teachers to say, where do we need to go? Where do we need to stretch ourselves? Where do we need to focus? For example, for our school, we are doing writing for third grade. Well, that's a real key in piece with the new standards reference exam, and then moving children on as far as the ESPA test, so that we want to set goals that we can to stretch our kids and to stretch our teachers, and so that our instruction is better, so that learning is better. That's really the objective. Along with that, we have our elementary benchmarks, and every school has those benchmarks, and these that are posted have to do with the new standards reference exam. Our goal eventually is for every kid to get 100%, 100% as far as being proficient in the ESPAs, right, and meeting the standards,
right.
Or so that we're looking over time to see how we can begin to develop that and use the good things that we know about instruction to move kids.
And we'd like the community to know we've done this in several areas, K through 12, so that this goes through 2005.
Right.
It's not just for this year, it's
Exactly.
a long-range academic plan for every single school.
Exactly.
I'm really pleased
and it
to
also
hear
has to do with attendance for staff and for students also, because if they're not here, then we're not going to have the proper instruction or the proper learning.
Have I missed anything else? This wonderful place that you have called Cooper Elementary School and the great work you do in all those schools?
One of the things that is really important to me, and I think to the community, is the board vision statement, because that says that you're going to support the things that we say are good, or that we've identified through research is good.
So we can help all children. In fact, it says it twice in the opening sentence.
Exactly.
And we're really pleased the board created that statement. Right. We live by that. The community supports it.
Right. I think the other piece that's happening, and that we've had opportunity to look at the children who may not be meeting it, and how do we address that. And I think that we've had support this summer through our summer program, which we developed, and have had good results from that. And so that, again, it allows us the opportunity to look at how do we reach that one child who isn't making it. And we have the support of the board and you.
Well, I wish you a great year filled with happiness and love of these children.
It's exciting.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
being
much.
here at Cooper.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We are here at High School East with Mr. James Gallagher, who's starting 14th year.
Yes.
I have it right, as
You do.
principal. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
Good to see you. School year started well?
Very well.
You started with over 2,000 kids this year.
For the first time in probably over 20 years, we have over 2,000 students in the school.
You know, I commented to all the staff yesterday that 2,000 kids is about, I think, larger than 1/3 of all the school districts in the state of New Jersey.
And you inflated my ego immediately.
Well, I just want to commend you and the staff of both of our high schools. The numbers of kids that you deal with really are found in medium-sized school systems throughout the state. And you run a very large operation, multi-million-dollar organization with millions of square feet and everything that goes with it. You do a great job.
Thank you. You know, we're one of probably the top 5% in nationally in
So
terms of enrollments.
you did a survey last year to determine that. We looked at large high schools. And interesting, I think you found that, well, you tell me, the numbers that they recommended nationally for the most efficient high schools were...
Ideal high school should be about 1,000 to 1,200 kids. You know, some experts recommend even smaller than that, but then you run into programmatic issues with you can't have enough offerings for that you would like to have.